Hello, my name is Fiona, and I'm a certified teacher and a Praxis coach with Study.com. Are you planning to take the Early Childhood Education exam? This is exam code 5025. This problem set covers the subtopic of language and literacy. Let's review the types of questions you can expect to encounter on the exam. Let's get started. Question number 1. Is the world flat? Still, although the men of ancient time were learning fast about the land and sea, they were woefully ignorant. Hesiod, a Greek poet, who lived 750 years before the Christian era, declared that the world was flat, and the ocean stream, or the perfect river as he called it, flowed round and round, encompassing all things. Still, there was something beyond the water, something dim, mysterious, unknowable. It might be the islands of the blessed. It might be the sacred isle. One thing he asserted firmly. Atlas upholds the broad heaven, standing on earth's verge with head and unwearied hands, while the clear-voiced Hesperides guarded their beautiful golden apples beyond the waters of ocean. Which of the following best describes how including a first-person point of view, that of the Greek poet, within a third-person limited point of view affects the text? It provides a dual perspective. It provides a disruption of text. It restricts perspective, or it creates confusion and inconsistency. A disruption of text implies an unnecessary break, which isn't the case here. Restricting perspective would limit the scope rather than expand it. And creating confusion or inconsistency would imply the text becomes unclear, which isn't accurate in this context. Including a first-person point of view, such as that of the Greek poet Hesiod, within a third-person limited point of view, offers a dual perspective, giving readers insight into both the narrator's view and the personal beliefs or statements of another character. This enriches the text by showing different viewpoints. Question number 2. A teacher presents students with various examples of figurative language, including the statement, "I am so tired that I could fall asleep standing up with a marching band passing by me." Students are tasked with identifying what type of figurative language is represented in the sentence. Which of the following would students need to arrive at the correct answer? To consider if the statement over-exaggerates how tired the person is, to understand that the focus of the statement is on an object that is taking on a human characteristic of being overly tired, to reason the parallels between being tired and the loud sounds from a marching band, or to recognize the similar patterns of consonant sounds within the sentence. Understanding the focus on an object taking on human characteristic suggests personification, which is not applicable here. Reasoning the parallels between being tired and the loud sounds from a marching band would imply metaphor, which is not the case either. Recognizing similar patterns of consonant sounds refers to alliteration, which is not relevant in this context. Students are being asked to identify the type of figurative language used in the sentence. To arrive at the correct answer, students would need to consider if the statement over-exaggerates how tired the person is, as this statement is an example of hyperbole, which involves exaggerated statements not meant to be taken literally. Question number 3. Read the excerpt from Moby Dick by Herman Melville, then answer the following question. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. It is a way I have of driving off the spleen and regulating the circulation. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses and bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet, and especially whenever my hypos get such an upper hand of me that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off, then I count it high time to get to sea as soon as I can. This is my substitute for pistol and ball. With a philosophical flourish, Cato throws himself upon his sword. I quietly take to the ship. There is nothing surprising in this. If they but knew it, almost all men in their degree, some time or other, cherish very nearly the same feelings towards the ocean with me. Which of the following explains how using the first-person point of view impacts the passage? By allowing insight into the narrator's thoughts and feelings, by introducing multiple narrators for a variety of viewpoints, by limiting the understanding of the narrator's experience, or by providing a broad and objective perspective. This passage from Moby Dick by Herman Melville is written in the first-person point of view, which significantly impacts how the reader experiences the text. Introducing multiple narrators for a variety of viewpoints would involve shifting between different perspectives, which does not happen here, making this option incorrect. Limiting the understanding of the narrator's experience is not accurate either, because the first-person perspective actually deepens the reader's understanding of the narrator's personal experiences. Providing a broad and objective perspective suggests a more detached and all-encompassing view, which is typical of third-person narration, not first-person. Therefore, the correct answer here is A. By allowing insight into the narrator's thoughts and feelings. The first-person point of view lets readers closely follow Ishmael's internal thoughts and emotions, offering a deep connection to his state of mind and his motivations for going to sea. Question number 4. Having students label a list of words based on where the vowel or vowels and consonant or consonants are in the words is an example of what type of activity? Word decoding, consonants identification, phonological recoding, or alliteration recognition. Word decoding is incorrect here because it involves breaking down words into phonetic components, but doesn't specifically address labeling vowels and consonants. Consonants identification is also incorrect, as it relates to the repetition of consonant sounds in phrases, not in analyzing individual word structures. Alliteration recognition is not applicable either because it involves identifying the repetition of initial consonant sounds in a series of words, not labeling vowels and consonants. The correct answer is phonological recoding, which involves translating written words into sounds by understanding the relationships between letters and their corresponding sounds. I trust I was able to clarify the types of questions you can expect to find about the subtopic of language and literacy for the Praxis 5025 exam. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel so that with Study.com's help, you will feel confident and prepared on exam day. Bye for now.